Many people have talked about how Donald Trump and his family made money from his second time as President of the United States. They have discussed how the family used this important role to increase their wealth. However, no one has given a clear, specific number for how much money this truly is. It is an interesting question why many people did not seem to care very much about the Trump family making money from the presidency. Most people did not react strongly or ask many questions. This video wants to provide a clearer understanding. It will work to find a total amount, a precise number. It will count all the money the Trump family made that was connected to Donald Trump being president or seeking the office again. Before Donald Trump first became president, his financial situation was challenging. He faced a difficult time with money. He owed money because of different legal cases against him. Also, his popular television show, The Apprentice, and its next version were not as watched as they used to be. It seemed he needed new ways to earn money and stay famous in the public eye. It is surprising to see how much his money situation has changed since then. His finances are much better now. This big improvement has happened after he left the White House and then returned to politics, starting to run for president the second time. In the chapters that follow, we will learn exactly how this happened, looking at the different ways money was made. 2. The President's Clubs. The counting of profits made during the presidency starts with Mar-a-Lago, a very well-known private club located in Florida. Donald Trump was the first president to directly earn personal money by allowing people to gain access to himself and his close circle at this property. To become a part of this exclusive club, people were required to pay a special fee. This membership gave them a unique chance to spend time with the president and the people around him, creating valuable networking opportunities. Before Donald Trump first became president, the fee to join Mar-a-Lago was $100,000. However, by last autumn, this joining cost was planned to rise greatly, with estimates suggesting it could reach $1 million. This dramatic increase clearly showed the high value placed on being near the president. After carefully examining his financial details and club revenues, it is clear that Mar-a-Lago earned about $125 million in extra profits. These significant earnings were a direct result of his time in office, showing a clear financial benefit. Next, our focus moved to another property, the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. During President Trump's first term, many believed this hotel would be a major source of income for his family. There were also many public discussions and concerns about potential conflicts of interest because of its high-profile status. However, when we reviewed all the available information, we found that these worries might have been too great in the end. The hotel did not actually bring in extra money for the president's family specifically because of his position. It appears that the name Trump both attracted some guests and kept many others away in equal measure. For example, some people wanted to stay there to show support or hope for influence, while others chose not to stay because they did not want to be involved in political matters or simply did not agree with the president's policies. After Donald Trump sold the hotel, it was managed by new owners and became a Waldorf Astoria, performing better than before. Therefore, we have calculated that the Washington, D.C. hotel contributed zero extra profit linked to his presidency. 3. Selling the brand. Chapter 3 looks at how money was made by selling the Trump brand. Usually, money raised for political campaigns is kept separate. There are clear rules about how candidates can use these funds. However, with Donald Trump, the way these rules were followed was not always clear. He sold many items that looked like campaign merchandise. These products were sold through his own personal online store, not through his official campaign. People who bought these items might have thought they were helping his political movement, but the money actually went to the Trump Organization and to Donald Trump himself. Some examples of these products included a special baseball hat. There were also beer koozies and flip-flops. These items were sold directly to supporters. This method allowed personal profit to be made from what appeared to be campaign support. Over time, he added more special product lines to his store. These included watches and sneakers, which carried his brand name. He also offered fragrances. An illustrated book called Save America was another item sold. These special products brought in millions of dollars. For example, sales from watches made $2.8 million. Sneakers and fragrances added $2.5 million. The Save America book generated $3 million. Another item sold was the God Bless the USA Bible. This was also known as the Trump Bible, and it made $1.3 million. All these special product sales added up to $27.7 million. When looking at all the merchandise and brand sales, the total income reached over $127.7 million. This money came from selling products that used the Trump name and brand. 4. Big deals in other countries. The Persian Gulf region quickly became a very important place for the Trump family's business. For many years, before Donald Trump first became president, the family had made only one major business deal in this wealthy area. This deal was for a golf course in Dubai. The Trumps earned money from this by letting the course use their famous name and for managing parts of the resort. This initial deal was very profitable for them, but because it began before his first time in the White House, its earnings are not included in our current count of new profits tied to the presidency. However, after this period, the business landscape changed significantly. In late 2022, when it became very clear that Donald Trump was likely to be the Republican presidential candidate once more, a rapid increase in new deals began. He signed a major new project in Oman with a Saudi company named Dar Al Arkan. This agreement was for a vast new development. Following this, the Trump family made no less than 4 additional deals with the same Saudi company. These new projects were planned for other key cities in the region, including Dubai, Jeddah, Riyadh, and Doha. Some of these agreements were set to last for 10 years, while others were for 30 years. When we look at the total estimated value of all this money, it comes out to $105.8 million for the Trump family. Separately, a different but equally important deal happened in Vietnam. At a time when public polls suggested that Donald Trump was almost certain to return to the White House, a high-level official from Vietnam, General Secretary To Lam, made a visit to New York. During this visit, he oversaw the signing of an agreement for a large new golf resort. This project would be built in cooperation with the Trump Organization. The resort in Vietnam is planned to be very grand, featuring 54 holes of golf and covering an area 3 times larger than Central Park in New York City. Donald Trump has already reported $5 million in income from this licensing deal. Looking ahead, it is estimated that over 10 years, this project will bring in at least $50 million. The current value of this specific Vietnam deal to the Trump family is approximately $40 million. 5. Family and friends. Jared Kushner was an important member of the Trump family and played a key role during Donald Trump's time as president. He served as the Middle East envoy, working on important diplomatic matters. After President Trump finished his term and left the White House in 2021, Jared Kushner quickly began a new business. He founded a private equity firm, which he named Affinity Partners. A private equity firm collects money from different investors. Then, it uses this money to buy companies, hoping to make them more valuable and sell them later for a profit. Soon after leaving his government job, Kushner traveled to Saudi Arabia. He went there to ask for investments for his new company. The Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund, a very large investment fund belonging to Saudi Arabia, looked at Kushner's request. A group of financial experts who advised the fund studied his plan carefully. They all agreed that investing in Kushner's firm was risky. They said he did not have enough experience in private equity for such a large investment. However, the leader of Saudi Arabia, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, made a different choice. He did not listen to the experts' advice. Instead, he approved a huge investment of $2 billion for Jared Kushner's Affinity Partners. This decision was notable because of Kushner's limited background in financial management. Kushner did not stop raising funds after this first large investment. He continued to get money for his firm, mostly from sources outside the United States. By the end of last year, his company had successfully gathered a total of $4.8 billion to manage. Some of this money also came from other countries in the Middle East, such as the United Arab Emirates and Qatar. From managing these substantial investments, Affinity Partners was expected to earn a lot of money through what are called management fees. These fees are a set percentage that private equity firms charge to handle the money. It was estimated that over the next 10 years, Jared Kushner's firm would earn about $320 million just from these fees. This income highlights a significant financial gain linked to the Trump family's connections following the presidency. 6. New ways to make money. Presidents typically focus on their official duties and avoid personal financial dealings that could raise questions about their motives. Historically, it was not common for presidents or even presidential candidates to file lawsuits against media companies for personal gain. This practice was usually seen as an unfair use of their high office and significant influence. However, Donald Trump chose a different path, actively pursuing such lawsuits. He had a long history of legal actions against media organizations throughout his career, and recently, he successfully secured large financial settlements from some of these cases. These payments became a new and unexpected source of personal income for him. For example, ABC News paid $15 million as part of one settlement. The technology giant Meta provided $22 million from another case. X, the social media platform previously known as Twitter, contributed $10 million. Additionally, CBS News, which is a part of Paramount, paid $16 million. When all these sums from the various corporations are combined, the total amount received from these legal settlements reaches approximately $91 million. This represented a significant departure from how past presidents earned money. Another unique financial venture was his social media platform, Truth Social. Many observers argue that the very existence and its large user base are closely linked to his time as president. He frequently uses Truth Social to make important public announcements and share his views, which actively draws more users to the platform. Its audience primarily consists of his dedicated supporters who follow him there. Even though the company behind Truth Social reported large financial losses in the past year, it is widely considered a meme stock by investors. This means that the value of its stock is heavily influenced by public sentiment and how people feel about Donald Trump himself. After careful review, an eminent financial expert estimated his personal profit from Truth Social to be around $25 million. These two examples highlight truly new and unusual ways money was made during this period. 7. The crypto gold rush. President Donald Trump once doubted cryptocurrency. Later, he embraced it. In 2022, he began selling digital pictures called NFTs, which were cartoon images of himself. From these sales, he earned $14.4 million. Next, a business named World Liberty Financial started, involving President Trump's sons. They sold a special crypto token to supporters. The Trump family was set to receive about 75% of the money from these sales. By the time of the inauguration, these token sales reached about $550 million. The Trump family's share of this was $412.5 million. The Trump family also profited from crypto in the Persian Gulf. In Dubai, Zach Witkoff announced that a company owned by the United Arab Emirates royal family would buy $2 billion of a stablecoin from World Liberty Financial. A stablecoin is a type of cryptocurrency that aims to hold the same value as one US dollar. When World Liberty Financial sells these stablecoins, they get actual dollars. They can then invest these dollars to earn interest. This $2 billion investment created a large profit chance. As long as the stablecoins are not returned for the actual dollars, World Liberty Financial can keep investing the money. Binance controls when these stablecoins are returned. It is believed Binance will not ask for the money back while Donald Trump is in the White House. This means World Liberty Financial could earn over $280 million in interest by the end of his second term. The Trump family's part of this profit is about $168 million. Another crypto business was American Bitcoin. It began as a partnership between Donald Trump's brothers and a company called Dominari. They planned to invest in data centers for Bitcoin mining. The Trump family would own 2/3 and Dominari 1/3. Then, a Bitcoin mining company, Hut 8, joined. Hut 8 put $100 million worth of equipment into the project. In return, Hut 8 owned 80% of the new business. The Trump brothers, who had a 2/3 share before, now held about 13% of the new company. The Trump family gained an ownership interest worth about $13 million in Bitcoin mining machines. In recent months, Trump Media and Technology Group, TMTG, the owner of Truth Social, started a new crypto plan. They decided to buy Bitcoin using money from selling their company's stock. TMTG's stock price was very high, often like a meme stock, because of its link to President Donald Trump. They used this high price to sell shares and raise much money. With this money, they bought Bitcoin. Trump Media and Technology Group now holds about $760 million in cash and about $2.3 or $2.4 billion in Bitcoin. Donald Trump owns about 42% of Trump Media and Technology Group. This gives him a 42% share in all the company's cash and Bitcoin. If the company sold all its cash and Bitcoin and gave the money to its owners, Donald Trump's share would be about $1.3 billion. 8. The final number. The Trump family started one final crypto business, a meme coin. This coin was just a novelty, a fun online item. It was a way for people to pay money directly to President Donald Trump. To make the coin more appealing, Trump announced a special offer. The 220 people who owned the most coins would get a private dinner with him. This boosted the coin's value and made more people buy it. Over the past chapters, we saw many ways the Trump family made money. This included income from the Mar-a-Lago Club, campaign-style merchandise, and real estate deals abroad. Jared Kushner's business brought in significant fees from foreign investors. There were also millions from lawsuits and Truth Social. Most recently, a large part came from various crypto projects like NFTs and Bitcoin holdings. Now we add up all these amounts. The total profits calculated, which depended on Donald Trump's presidency, come to about $3.4 billion. This large figure shows how eager the family was to make money. They took every chance to gain wealth from his position. This makes us wonder why foreign governments and companies paid so much. What do they expect to receive in return for giving the Trump family billions of dollars? What do you think these powerful foreign investors expect to get in return for giving the Trump family billions of dollars?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.